Any time now.
No.
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 So this is Ajira.
Sweet moon sugar.
Alright, Ajira is the alchemist of the Balmora hang on. Ajira is the alchemist of the Balmora chapter of the Mages Guild. So she's curious as to what brings me to her shop. Whether I want duties or I want potions. Something that could help in a fight or help to avoid a fight. I appreciate that Khaj'hiit has wares if I have coin, if you will allow me a moment of pretend racism, because I'm not, neither me nor my character are racist. Let's seek duties. Because in order to improve myself as a mage, what I'm really interested in doing is building my skill through trial of fire. Metaphorically speaking. So yes, Ajira has duties for you. This is what she said. Don't make a clip of that, please. So before Ajira can be a juryman in the Mages Guild, she needs to study some local mushrooms. Right. So she needs samples of Luminous Ursula, Violet Corpinus, Bungler's Bane, and Hypophagia. Ajira knows that I can find all of these on the Better Coast. The easiest way to do that is to go south along the River Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path west along the hills. This is how Morrowind handles showing you where you need to go. Not through a world map, although there is one. No, okay, not through a detailed world map, or through a quest marker, or through a compass, but by giving you verbal directions that you need to follow. This may or may not be better than the more modern concepts of a HUD element, or fast travel by clicking an image on a map. Whether or not that this is better than that, or vice versa, is ultimately up to you. However, it does make things interesting, or frustrating, depending on how you play the game and how you see the game. Nevertheless, I picked up a whole bunch of mushrooms before even leaving Saint Anin, and in fact, if you took this quest before touching anything in Saint Anin, fast traveling through Silkstrider to Saint Anin would actually be the quickest way to do this. Although if you wanted to wet your whistle on some trailblazing, you could follow her directions and get some mushrooms that way as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's already taken care of, so I am just going to talk to her about mushrooms, and she's going to ask me if I already have the sample she's looking for, which, yes, that is the case. She then inspects the samples and is assured that they're all of good quality. And now, she's happy that she can write her report and become a journeyman in the Mages Guild. To thank me for my service in helping her, she has some potions that she had made up, and offers to them to me in thanks. She admits that she's no a great alchemist yet, but they might be of use to me. And which, to be fair, any form of restore health could be useful in a pinch if you have it favorited. Although that's not a concept she would understand because it's kind of meta, to be honest. So, she does have one other duty for me, however, because her quest in becoming a journeyman in the Mages Guild is a two-parter. But before we can deal with the second part, she has a bet that she made with a fellow guildmate that needs to be settled. So Ajira made a bet with Galbadir that Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbadir. So these two young ladies are having a friendly race to the rank of journeyman. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms and write a report. So she wants me to go to give Galbadir a fake soul gem to impede upon Galbadir's progress. Ajira has made a fake soul gem. She wants me to take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs while Galbadir is coming downstairs to talk with Mayar and Dren, and hopes that in doing so, nobody sees me do it. This is not very moral thing to do, but in order to access the rest of Ajira's quest line, this is something that I need to do. And I need to access Ajira's quest line to gain enough with renown within the guild to access Rannis's quest line. So as much as I don't really agree with it, honestly, it's just a little harmless fun between two ladies, and while she should do it herself, she has things that need to get done. So let's go ahead and head topside. But before I head topside, there's something I want to do first.
I suppose I could speak.
Because if you go right up this stairwell, Galbadir is also heading down this stairwell. And if she greets you while you're passing her on the stairwell, her walk animation will cease, and she'll be stuck in this stairwell for some time. I don't want that, so I waited for her to come down before I go up. Now, everything on this desk is owned, but the desk itself isn't, which means the contents inside aren't. So not only can I place this fake soul gem, but I can take the soul gem that was in it. And by doing so, I make the fake gem seem like the real one. While this is technically against the rules of the guild, nobody's here to report me. And that's not a mindset you'll see me take in the rest of the game. Oh no. Okay, let me back up. I was hoping she would spend a little bit more time downstairs than this. And yeah, this isn't something I plan to do for the rest of my playthrough in this game, but for the time being, it's kind of necessary. Unfortunately. Galbadir is a decent wood elf woman. So really, this is just between her and Ajira, and I'm kind of being strung along for renown's sake. So here's the fake soul gem. Put the gem in the desk, as Ajira asked. Ajira thanks. Okay. She asks if I did it, and then just accepts that I have, and then thanks me for it. And there's no monetary reward for this, but the monetary reward is subsidiary because the renown I'm getting for doing these quests is honestly more important. And really, the rewards for the time being that I did get, it's kind of mediocre anyway. So, what other duties do you have? Ajira must now study flowers, and this is the second part of her two-part quest to become a journeyman. So yes, Ajira must study flowers now. She needs samples of gold canet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. These can all be found in the shores of Lake Amaya. These were the alchemical reagents I was trying to acquire by walking up to Balmora. But because I decided to also take on the occasional dungeon here and there on my path, I ended up walking into a situation I wasn't prepared for and decided, you know what, I'll just fast travel there. So now I actually need to go back down through that path and acquire these materials. Before we do that, let's get a little bit more prepared, is what I'm trying to say. Jeez. Kind of stumbled over my thoughts there for a second. Yeah, let's get a little bit more prepared. There's a few things, a few spells we can purchase around here that will hopefully help matters. I forgot how poor I am. Wow. Okay. Return, please. Yeah. No. Okay. Bye. I might need to make some money first. Alright. Well, there are a couple of ways to do that are fairly low-key. And one way that will require me leveling up one skill specifically by quite a bit. But let's see what we got before we take too drastic measure here. First off, go ahead and claim all of this. This is kind of breaking the flow of the video I guess I envisioned for this, but honestly this is kind of a good thing to talk about because money doesn't just fall in your lap in this game. You kind of have to work for it, although it can be acquired somewhat easily, but if in low quantities.
Go ahead.
Well, you know what, here, first things first, because I can't afford it, let's actually buy one spell from this gentleman. Let's buy not training. We're not doing that this series. On Ducey's Open Door. This is a lock breaking spell that will let you get into things that maybe you're not supposed to. This, however, this chest is owned by the guild, rank associate, so that's me. So I'm gonna do this right in front of Rhaenys, and she's not gonna care. There's the button. There you go. And it just has a few extra ingredients here. Alright. So first things first. This town is so rich that the people in it throw away some pretty valuable stuff. So that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna root through the trash. They even throw away septums. What's the deal with that? Yeah, there we go. That's 2 in a row. That's lucky. Okay, so now that we've looted all the trash bins in town, let's go sell some of our newly acquired possessions here. I have a couple weapons I can sell to this guy. Not much, but it does make a little bit of money. Let's just bump that up to, to 73. Not to, alright, hang on. Let me fix that. There we go. 73. And offer. Cool. I like keeping the ones digit of my money at 0, just to, or 5 if necessary. Just like make it nice and even. Can't always pull that off though. Now we also got a bunch of potions as well, and the place we can go to acquire potions, to sell these potions, I mean, is also a great place to try out our next money-making method, which involves copious amounts of alchemy training, unpaid for, because it's going to be more experience than training, really. So, actually going to spend an hour to recover my stamina, because I did a lot of running around.
I'm listening.
So let's barter, and... now, as you can see, we have all of our money. And I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give a little bit of equation. I'm going to give a little of it back to her. Just, you know, for good rapport. Really. So, farewell. But before we go any further, let me go over what has changed now. My alchemy skills up here. It was like 20 before, so I gained like 37 points. So yeah, normally I do, when I do this, I go ahead and get alchemy all the way up to 100, but normally I'm using a mod that gives her, that of my creation, that gives her a lot more money. So, anyway, I didn't want to do that this time. I didn't want to, it would feel cheaty, and after Dragoncraft Super, I really want to avoid that feel. So, we do still have some potions left over from the last process. Also, I upgraded my alchemical apparati. Wasn't necessarily, but honestly, I just couldn't help myself. So, anyway, we have money, so we can buy spell. So, let's go buy spell. Right, so let's go into the spells we're going to buy. So, from you, I want... let's see here. Yeah, some muscle wouldn't hurt. Also, levitation. Water breathing, because there's going to be situations where going over the ocean is not going to help us. Some quests, you know, buoyancy, I don't know, that's kind of weak. I don't know about that. Let me see here. Also, calm humanoid, in case accidents happen. We don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so let's talk to you. And let's get paralysis. And I think that's going to do it for now from you. And you, there's only one spell I know that I want from you. It's the only spell I ever buy from you. Soul Trap. Okay, let's talk to you next. And the Cure Common Disease on Other is the one I want. But before I can just go, I kind of need to work that spell to where it works on me. So, I'm going to go to the Tome of Spellmaking. This comes from a mod that allows you to spend mana to create spells instead of spending gold. It's kind of, it's kind of more serious if you have the Ajira side, but other than that, if you don't, you can just, you know, sleep and regain or drink potions, regardless of your birth side. So let's go to Cure Common Disease. Target self. And Cure Common. Boom. There we go. And that barely cost anything. That said, though, I'm not done buying spells because we can buy spells from all of the chapters of the Mages Guild, because this is not the only one. So, let's go first to Aldrune. And talk to you. Spells. I want Telekinesis. I want Night Eye. And, yep, that's all it's going to be.
Training for the right price. What do you ask of me?
We go talk to you, and we get Greater Fireball, Greater Frostball, and Greater Shock Ball. And also Wild Levitate, because it has the potential to be stronger than Levitate. Honestly, I could have held off in getting a flying spell until here. I don't know why I didn't, actually. And yikes. Money's starting to become an issue again. Fortunately, we have some potions, but the issue is finding somebody who has good money to give us for those potions. And for that purpose, I was going to save this for last. Come here. Yeah. But we're going to go to Sajeth Mora next. Okay, so here's where we need to go. I was selling up to this point just to give you a chance to kind of soak it all in, because this is definitely one of the nicer looking towns in the game, in my opinion. And the music was kind of bopping too. So, Anna Sealoth, let's talk to you. You do not have as much money as I remember you having. Yikes. But you do have... okay, I don't remember how you have a Grandmaster's Calcinator, but yoink. And you can just take my... yeah, I can't afford that. Yeesh. Okay. Yeah, no, I will just give you what I have for money.
Strange. Speak freely, friend.
So, the last spells that I want to buy are here. If we talk to this, young lady, go to spells, we buy Mark, we buy Recall, and, let's buy Hide too, I think. In fact, let's also buy Timur's Hop Toad. That's all my money, but that's okay. That should be sufficient. I mean, I could probably stand to get Slow Fall too, but not gonna worry about it too much. Right, so, enough lollygagging. Let's go where Ajira wants us to go. Wants me to go. So here's a couple of the flowers we're going to need. Some gold canet. Some heather. Heather's actually really good for like feather potions, which is useful if you want to maintain a fast walking speed, because being weighed down as I am actually inhibits that a little bit. But that's only half the flowers we came for, so we need to keep walking. I don't need to grab any more gold canet because it's kind of useless, but I will keep grabbing heather. The reason, well, actually, I guess I can go ahead and show you. I can go ahead and make feather potions right now. All I need is this scuttle, and now you know why I didn't want to use this earlier for restore fatigue, because it's much more useful as a feather potion. And then, yeah. There we go. And let's go ahead and, let me see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop one of those. And yeah, I'm walking a little bit faster now because of that. Also, Cork Bolt, very good for restoring mana. Grab that. It's like the only cheap restore mana ingredient in like base Morrowind. Like there's another cheap ingredient like Blood Moon, but like if for some reason you're living in early 2000s and you don't have Tribunal and Blood Moon, which you should, then there's really no point in Comberry being cheap, because the other ingredients are all rich and you need one other ingredient besides Comberry. So, yeah, I'm very glad they added Belladonna berries to via Blood Moon, but I wish they were accessible outside of Blood Moon. Also, not talking to her. She wants me to run around and do quests for her and stuff. And this video is going to be long enough finishing off Ajira's quest line, so no. I'm going to grab all these heathers. So this is another flower we need. Willow flower, go ahead and grab that. I want to run up here real quick and get this Cork Bulb. Cork Bulb is good for a few things. You can restore fatigue with it, you can fortify mana with it, and you can also cure paralysis with it. So yeah, very, very good ingredient to have. Of course, it's useless by itself, but like all ingredients are. And there's like one of the hide ingredients that has cured paralysis as well, so all the more reason to go fight stuff, but we're not there yet. Go ahead and rest for another hour, get our stamina back up. Our fatigue back up, technically. Don't know why they just call it stamina, but I guess they weren't quite ready for that line of thinking yet. This is an old game after all. 20 years old, as a matter of fact. Just not yet. It's just a year short from being able to drink, which is just it's right on the cusp, but not there yet. Okay, snag that. We should be very, very yeah. Pelagia's right over there. So the last ingredient we need for Ajira is going to be over here. Just gonna rest a little bit. Very, very picky about keeping my fatigue up, because If you have low fatigue, as you've seen before, your miss chance goes up. For spells goes up, and for swinging weapons and stuff. So, very important to keep that topped up, which is why I'd like to make some more fatigue potions. So the item we just picked up, the 2 blue flowers we just picked up, where are they in my inventory? There we go. Stone petal flowers. Good, you can combine these with cork bulb to restore. Actually, is it cork bulb that restores magicka? No. No, I'm thinking of salt rice that fortifies magicka. Actually, I think. Yeah. Cork bulb is good for restoring health, restoring fatigue, and cure paralyzation, and lightning shield if you're into that, which. Dwemer scrap, which is heavy, but I can't think of another source of lightning shield through alchemy off the top of my head, so I'm just going to grab all this. I'm not going to go to town, actually. I will see you when we get back to Ajira. Alright, so we have what Ajira wants, so let's give it to her. So yes, these are the flowers that Ajira needs. Ajira has to make more potions for you, or has made more potions for you. Ajira hopes that you will use them well, which is just, restore magicka, which is good to have. Would be better if I was an Ajira, but I chose not to take that life, say. So let's talk to you again. So Ajira must study these flowers and mushrooms. So she knows this. I want more duties. So Ajira, sorry, she has more work to do to win her bet. Maybe you could fetch a new ceramic bill for Ajira. Yes, I can. And I'm going to do that. And Ajira wants you to leave the guild and talk to her friend Rajir to buy a ceramic bowl. However, there is a ceramic bowl in this guild house that the guild owns, and that's available for any members within its ranks. And it's sitting right here next to Randus. So I'm just going to make sure you're looking at me, snatch that right up, and you're not going to do anything about it. I am going to step out, though, because like I said, the quest really wants you to leave the guild hall. But I'm just going to, stick a toe out into the outside wall and then jump right back in.
Yes, what is it?
Looks like Ajira's reports were stolen. That's crazy, but we have this thing you wanted. And yeah, she needs it, so she can have it. And this is very good bowl, but now Ajira must find her stolen reports. So yeah, Galbadir decided to use her thiefly talents to show Ajira that she's not the only one that can stoop that low, and hid the reports. So yeah, she stole them, but they didn't go very far. They're in the guild house. She didn't want to get exiled or excommunicated from the guild, so it's not. She's not actual theft. It's just a little prank. She probably talked to Randus about it, showed her where she hid them, and was like, we're just pranking the cat, and Randus being a dumber, hoo, yeah, that's hilarious. Do that. You'll see what I mean about Randus next episode. But let's go ahead and find these reports. Fortunately for Ajira, I've been playing this game for years, so I know exactly what the reports are. The flower report is literally right outside her door. Well, I mean, she doesn't have a door, so I can't say that, but it's within a few feet of her. The mushroom report, however, some actual effort was taken to hide this. So what you want to do to find it is you want to kind of stand on this bit of chunk, frame here, and the mushrooms report right there. And of course, if you did it, if this is your first time, you're gonna go up and around in here and try to find it, here, and you're not gonna see it because it's in between these two barrels here. But if you get on the frame, you can see it very easily. So let's just go ahead. Now I will say this: when I was playing this a decade or two ago, I honestly wanted for there to be the option to join Galbadir's side because I found her attractive. Don't worry about it. But I even started working on a mod to that end, but I do not have the patience for mod creation, so nothing became of it. So let's talk to Ajira. Let's give her reports. And she's going to give us some pretty expensive potions. Is her friend always and works very hard to make these potions for you. And it shows because they're exclusive, which is the top. So, do you have any more duties for me? Ajira knows many secrets, but they are not yet for friend Tarashi. Speak with Ajira again when you are a warlock. Renus Aethris has many... Renus Aethris here may have duties for you, but Ajira does not like Renus much. Warranted. Maybe you could speak to Ajira's good friend, Edwina Elbert, and Guild of Mages in Eldroom. That's good advice, but I'm going to talk to Renus anyway, because I don't care.
Greetings.
Also,
Exactly do you recall?
she gives me the ability to rank up without spending money to teleport to Eldroom, so... Money's kind of tight right now, so you understand. I'm just going to go ahead and just wait a little bit, get my stamina up. Really no reason to worry about it here, but I'm paranoid.
What is this about?
So yeah, I want you to advance me within the guild, because I have worked for it. Okay, so we are now an evoker. We went from associate to apprentice to journeyman, and now to evoker. So now, if we talk to her about duties, she no longer says that we're too low rank. So she has actually 2-in-1 quest for us. She wants to tell Voynich, she wants Anne, the ex-Sylvani, to join us, as in join the guild, and she also wants us to collect another young Dunmer lady's skill dues. But that's a quest. That's a quest for another episode. If you got to this point in the video, it means a lot to me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next time. Farewell.
No.
Yeah.